Hey everyone, welcome to Busy Being Fruitful, okay? Welcome to the first episode of this podcast. It's going to be awesome, okay? I just want to say that I hope everyone who is watching this podcast, this is episode number 1 called New Year, New You, okay? And I just hope that you will be encouraged, you will be inspired, you'll be uplifted, motivated, the whole nine, okay, as well as myself, right? So it's going to be so much in store for this, God's willing. Even including guests on here to just give their point of view as well. And just for it to be uplifting, faith-filled convos, just great talk and conversation and just enlightening one another. So this is Busy Being Fruitful, okay? And I want to explain the title first of all right? So, Busy Being Fruitful came to me because I think of, I was just thinking about sometimes how we can be so busy, just doing, right? Just doing. We get so busy. But it's like, are we being fruitful, right? Are you seeing the fruits of your labor? You know what I mean? Are you progressing? Are you seeing those seeds that you planted reap a harvest? So busy being fruitful is also, it's a reminder to myself, it's a reminder to those listening that we have to make sure that even though we are busy, that it's busy with purpose. We have to make sure that we something comes out of it, for greater. We just have to be so mindful of that, okay? And I just want to just motivate everyone here to, just to keep going. You know what I mean? Just to keep going. And I also want to say Happy New Year, all right? I want to say Happy New Year to all of you. Um, I'm trying to fix something here. But I want to say Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when the next episode is coming up, as well as other videos that I post here. This channel, aside from the podcast that I'm adding to it, this channel is about motivating, one another. It's about uplifting one another, encouraging. It's about us having faith talk and, just gathering with other believers as well, to make sure that we just stay mindful of, just the goodness of God, right? We stay mindful of the goodness of God. We stay mindful of just his awesome works, that we just acknowledge his word, that we build ourselves up. It's just so many things. Life itself, real talk, real conversation. Um, and just other videos that I post here, especially to many of the ladies, some of my experiences and some other things that can interest you ladies, so, but I'll try to have, some guests on here, something like that for the fellas. But this podcast, Busy Being Fruitful, is for everyone, okay? It's for everyone. The younger, the older, it's for everyone, okay? And of course, though, we're going to be having a lot of mature conversation on here. And listen, guys, I hope you're coming along for the ride, all right? But share with somebody. I hope that you enjoy today, that you just continue to listen in. Now, new year, new you, okay? Usually at the beginning of the new year, people like to make a whole bunch of resolutions, a whole bunch of resolutions. I myself am guilty of that, making a whole bunch of New Year's resolutions. And just, when you make so many resolutions, sometimes you go through the year and you just tend to, what happens when you fall off? I'm sure many of you have fallen off of some of the resolutions that you have made, all right? And then you let that failure get to you. You let that guilt get to you. But I switched it up. I switched up the game. Okay, I switched it up. I said to myself, I'm not making any more New Year's resolutions, right? what I'm going to set out to do is focusing that I myself try my best to become the best person that I can be, and that I reflect, right, on the things that maybe I might not have, or maybe that I should say, maybe that I have fallen short, and I reflect on those things if I should fall short in it, right? Of course, you set goals. Yes, you set goals for yourself, right? In the beginning of the year, things you want to achieve, things you want to do. So, but the thing is, sometimes so many people start, you start running so fast, so quick, so quick, so quick, and then you start slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, right? But my thing for me is, I said, you know what? I'm literally going to do my best to take it one day at a time, right? One day at a time, because we say take it one day at a time. However, sometimes we're taking it 20 days at a time. And usually not necessarily physically, but in the mind, right? Where we're thinking so much, just about, what we're going to do, and this and that, and this and that. And it's scaling it down and just trying to achieve one thing at a time, right? Scaling back, reflecting. And if we should attempt that goal and find ourselves falling short in some area of that goal or with that goal, then we step back and, you can reflect, right? I can reflect and be like, okay, what's causing me to fall short? Or where did I go wrong? Right? In attempting, what I've set out to do. What can I do differently? So I think that's one of the main things that, when I say new year, new you, it's for myself, but it's for those of you as well who have um maybe had a tough time achieving things, right? Or are trying to figure out other ways or another route to bettering yourself this year. And along with that, new you also means changing your circle. I'm going to touch briefly on it, but not too much in depth, because I actually want to do like a whole episode on it. But changing new year, new you means changing your circle, your surroundings, your circles, who you connect with, right? The saying that says iron sharpens iron. It's really evaluating, like, who do I have around me? Are they building me up, right? Or are they causing me to fall back? The things that I'm involved in, things that I'm listening to, it's all sorts of things, a lot of things combined, right? So new year, new you takes a lot of evaluation, right? It takes a lot of self reflecting, right? And I think that's so important. That was definitely important for me, right? That was definitely important for me, in just thinking about how, this year, what can I say that I've learned from last year, and what can I say that I can work on? How can I progress? What can I change? What can, I better myself in? Just, looking at yourself and really saying that, okay, yeah, it's going to be a new me this year, but what am I setting out to change, right? What am I setting out to change? And I think that that's so important. I think that New Year's resolution is just so cliche now. I think we need to be done with it. I think we need to be done with it. And we need to call it maybe New Year's self-reflections, right? To be honest, the very end of the year and the very beginning of the year should be focused on self-reflection. Because in order for us to have the best year possible, of course, we cannot control everything that life is going to throw at us. However, in order for us to try to become our best selves, a lack of explanation, in order for us to get there, I have realized that there needs to be a lot of self-reflection, self-reflection and toning down, like toning it down a bit, calming, everything down, and just thinking and reflecting and self-evaluating, okay, all right, let me think, right? Let me see how I can, let me see what I can, who have I been so far? How can I become better? So New Year, New You is consists of so many things. It consists of a new you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, right? All of those things combined. And that's why we need listen, we need self-reflection multiple times a day. Okay, because it's not easy, and sometimes you can just get so caught up in everything that you even forget about yourself, right? You forget about yourself. You forget that you need to be whole first, because throughout the year you give pieces of yourself away, right? um Excuse me, this thing keeps shutting off here. Real time stuff, guys, okay? But you need um you need that. You need to be okay first, because you give yourself away in little pieces, and before you know it, you don't have anything left for you. And it's not selfish at all. Some might listen and think that it sounds, no. And that's the misconception too. That's the misconception. It is not selfish, because if you don't make sure that you're whole, it's like, okay, right? A perfect example. I have a lipstick here. Now, there is lipstick in it. Yes, there's lipstick in it. What I did was, now this is whole. This is a whole lipstick, which means that if I buy this without the cap, this is not a whole lipstick. Okay? So I have the lipstick here. I bought it with the cap on. It's good. Now, if the cap, for some reason, I take the cap off, this is a piece. This is so for example, this is me whole, right? And I take the cap off. Now I'm missing a piece of me. Okay? I'm missing a piece of me. Then, now with the cap off, this lipstick is not gonna maintain, its freshness, the moistness in it, for lack of a better explanation. Right now it's moist and everything like that. And what's gonna happen is just gonna, it's gonna shrink. It's gonna shrink, and it's gonna shrink, and it's gonna shrink. The moisture in it might dry away. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I don't know, but everything that was in here, because the cap is off and a piece of this wholeness is missing, now it's starting to, now what can I do with it? What can I do with it? I'm gonna have to get a whole new lipstick, when I could have just worked on this one that was perfectly fine. So we need to make sure that we're whole first, right? Because we give little pieces of ourselves, and we need to replenish. We need to replenish. And there will probably be people on here who do not believe in God or so, but I hope and pray that this podcast blesses you. And to my believers, we can't replenish without God. Point blank. We can't replenish without him. We really can't. So we just have to be so mindful every day. But like I said, it's just going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And hey, this is the first one, guys, so I really, really hope that you enjoy this conversation, the first one. I'm going to try not to make it, maybe in the future it'll be super long, but I'm going to try to make it decent amount of podcasts or so, but I'm gonna try not to make it very, 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 very long, but just enjoy this, just enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. If you have any topics that maybe you would like to hear of or to hear spoken of, from a believer's aspect, believer in Christ, please let me know. But this channel, this podcast is open to all because we all go through life. We all go through things. And there are so many people out here in the world that are just going through serious darkness, fighting some serious demons, okay? And I really hope and pray that something from one of these podcasts or videos will encourage you. Listen, be encouraged, all right? Be encouraged, and just know that it's all going to turn out for good this year. Keep the hope alive. And like I said, I'm looking forward to just everything that will be said on here. So once again, subscribe to the channel and just enjoy. Enjoy, make sure that you turn on that notification bell so that you know when I'm uploading another video. So I'm heading out with Busy Being Fruitful. Enjoy and be blessed.